So far, it was largely the philosophers who studied human consciousness, but a serious effort to understand consciousness and walk the path towards ultimate reality was made at the MIT World Peace University in the form of the world's first conference on consciousness, the ultimate reality. Many eminent personalities, speakers, thinkers, and philosophers from all over the world share their thoughts on this subject during this conference. The chiefest and the keynote speaker of the inaugural session, the world renowned computer scientist and Vice Chancellor of Nalanda University, Padma Bhushan, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, expressed the need for a serious attempt towards studying consciousness for the betterment of human life.
So we are going to take up from the perspective of both the ancient Vedic knowledge system and a contemporary issue on what the next frontier of science is, where science is going from the scientific perspective and beyond that kind of things. So it is going to be, in that sense, an attempt, I would say, just an attempt to understand from both these perspectives and the emerging issues which are coming as we before us, the definition, the enigma that touches, because once you start discussing, I think Deepak was telling that how we ourselves as conscious beings with limited consciousness understanding are going to discuss on this issue itself. But on the, I think we have a great, I would say, thinking as Einstein said, and as Socrates said before that kind of thing, the only thing I know, as Socrates declared several years back, the only thing I know is I know nothing. When you dwell on this issue, we actually realize, you are touched upon deeply on this issue, that when I think of consciousness, I experience that. I have experienced it several times, that we know nothing about consciousness in that sense. But this is not to condemn ourselves or not to realize our limited knowledge. But also, we remember the great realization that Einstein had expressed while understanding the nature of reality. This one. This world is extremely complex. If you look at this universe, some time back we were talking about this cosmos in another conference, different layers of this one existence, what we have been given to us. This one. It is so complex that we come to realization very soon that it is unfathomable, ununderstandable, incomprehensible. And one is humbled that what a wonder is in which we have been born. That's how Vedas first declare. That is so, we are so lucky, that kind of thing, that we have taken the human form on this planet as we understand today. There are so many planets, there are so many realizations, so many galaxies, and beyond galaxies, I don't know, but there are so many things, what we call as Brahmanda, what we call as a total reality, this one, it is almost impossible to fathom this. But Einstein told us, gave us a hope, that only thing, that one of the greatest wonders of this system in which we live is that it is incomprehensible. But another wonder of this whole thing is that this incomprehensible reality is actually comprehensible to humans. Means that also experience that one day you will understand. You start with a deep study, you start understanding it kind of thing. This incomprehensible thing becomes possible, and so wondrous is our human birth. So Vedas begin with that realization that it is actually comprehensible to the human mind. And that's what the Vedic rishis did, and that knowledge has been brought to us. We are revisiting this system in today's context, and that also is starting from the Kepler's or Galileo's time, ever since we created artifacts like telescopes, this one, we started looking at the stars, and slowly they started revealing before us, and through that revelations, many, many layers of that reality are being presented. Today's the great telescopes, radio astronomy telescope, even look at what are available in Nalanda today, that kind of telescopes which are become available. Not only available, but we actually built such telescopes. We never thought. Our own engineers, our own people, right in Pune University campus, and we could install such telescopes. But all over the world, some of the new telescopes which are coming up, we have started looking at that, the sky, and this reality is unfolding ourselves. But we are beyond that. We want to understand this nature of, is it possible to understand? What are the different facets of it? To what depth we humans will go? As billions and billions of these stars are coming before us. We are naming it. We cannot name them, so we have some code names, YAM 3, 2, some numbers we put across, and these stars and their characteristics come before us. But one wonder, another wonder is that amongst all that things, as astronomers, astrophysicists have discovered, that there is only one star, not one star, one planet, a tiny, insignificant planet, which alone, so far, as we have contemplated, of course, there are many, many things which will come before us. There is only life on that, this little, insignificant planet, of which I think we are inheriting this planet for a limited time. So the time is limited. Our world, we have come for a very short time. On this very, out of, I think they say that you have so many lives we'll have to go through, but we have come, we have limited time of maybe 100 years or less, and most of it, this one, and we have to understand. But there is a great hope, as Einstein has given, that the most amazing feature is that you have been endowed with that faculty, that is incomprehensible thing will become comprehensible to us through what? Through jidnyasa, as Vedas declares. Athato Brahma jidnyasa. I want to understand this, and it will come before me through this quest of knowledge. So this conference today is our small attempts for take, like what is said, first steps on moon, like we are trying to take first baby steps to understand that. But I think I congratulate, sir. After several struggles, I think we have come, that we have decided, we have made a brave attempt that there will be a conference, and they will try to put together, we request together kind of thing, people who have started thinking on this and put that understanding, whatever little it may be, understanding before you, all of us, and then start walking on this great journey, what humans can ever have, that quest of knowledge. So I'm very thankful, sir. No, I'm just sometimes, you feel so small as you stand on the, to dwell on this. I've been, the past few days I've been looking at trying to understand at least the reality of this, the great earth, which led to a book when we were thinking about it. And then I think, as somebody said rightly, the best way to understand a subject is to write a book on it. And I think, as many people have thought, and a book came out. I said, this must be a small book. First thing is, we do not know about this wondrous planet on which we are born. We just take it for granted. But what a wondrous planet is this? And when you start writing a book, start dwelling on little deeply this one, and you understand, oh my God, how lucky I am that I am born on this wonderful planet. Little deep we go, then we know there is not only one planet, there are 9 planets, Navagrahas, which were, I think our rishis had first contemplated without any tools, without any kind of modern tools which are available to us. And then we require that, no, they are not just the planets. And there are men, we suddenly see that there are so many stars. This universe composes of one. And so many stars. How many are there? Then you wonder, no, there are not millions, there are billions and billions of stars. You have to just, because you look at the sky, somebody had said that you go to the beach, how many stars are there? You take out some sand in your hand. There are as many stars as the grains of sand come, you can embrace. There are so many billions and billions of stars. They are so big that you cannot imagine. They are composing of several suns like this as our sun, thousands of times or billions of times larger than those planets. That's that great star which make the life possible. This, and then beyond that, it is such a vast universe.